All right, next wine.
James Creek, Zinfandel, Napa Valley, small production, delicious.
James Creek, Napa Valley. Do we know the production of this wine?
Oh my God, what was it? 460 cases.
460 cases is extremely small.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's a small little winery, and he's a cowboy from, I don't know where he came from.
You can tell by the label.
Yes,
it's very old school cowboy.
Him and his two daughters work at the winery. That's it.
That's awesome.
That's it.
That's a family.
Great.
That's a family business. So now, you look at the label and you're like, that's like Western.
Yep, absolutely.
Or bourbon. Like I look at that
cowboy.
label.
And he's wearing a cowboy hat at all
cowboy.
times. He's wearing a cowboy hat at all times.
That's awesome. So they're right in Napa Valley.
Yes.
So 450 cases is like, say, is nothing. 1,500 cases is nothing of wine. That's 1,500 cases is considered still very, very small production. So we're talking a third of what people consider small production. 2,500 cases is small production. Because when you look at wine, how wine is produced and how some of these mass-produced wines, I mean, you're talking, you know, you look at some of these wineries that look small, they're still producing 1 million bottles. And they're still considered a small winery.
Right.
So for a father and his two daughters to be working this, that's truly small. And you know,
and it's delicious.
Yeah.
It's
great.
Yeah.
That's a great wine.
I'm a Zinfandel girl.
George, you love
But
this wine.
The Zinfandel's great. It's
this is
fantastic.
good.
Yes.
George, what was your exact sayings when you tasted it? You could sell it,
like
to everyone.
It was like out of 10, it was a 10.5.
Out of a 10, it was 10.5. And you said you could sell it to anybody.
That wine I could sell to anyone.
Anybody. As long as they're looking for a full-bodied red, obviously.
That's the red wine you would drink.
George is gonna make me drink that Zin.
That I would make anybody drink that Zin. And that white, the other one?
The Gadeo.
The Gadeo, wow. The combo with those two.
This is just
any
like...
table would be like, just set them on the table. Set them on the table, you know, just have people when they come in, these are your wines you're drinking.
These are your wines you're drinking tonight. So, this is loaded with... This is such... So Zin, first of all, can tend to be over-extracted sometimes, or it can be a sweeter, richer wine. Not sweet as in the sense of like sweet wine, but more fruit forward, more over-the-top fruit. I think they do a great job balancing the big fruit in this wine and the oak.
Yes, definitely.
I think there's a fantastic balance where the two are in a struggle with each other, which makes me say, is it the oak? Is it the fruit? There's so much complexity that... And this wine on our list, it's not currently on our list, but we're tasting it and we love it and we've tasted it before. I mean, this is going to be under 50 bucks, around 50 bucks.
And that's a great price for a small production wine.
Insane price for a small production wine with 3 employees.
That's a $200 bottle. That's a $200 bottle of wine. Really.
It's yeah. If you have now, don't order a salad and drink this wine. I'm not saying don't order it with your salad and have a sip.
This is made to be with crab legs or fish or any seafood, shrimp.
I think this wine needs big food, like a piece of meat. This wine in a steakhouse would be on fire. You put this wine in a steakhouse, it'll be their #1 selling wine. At that $50 to $60 price range, you can't match this in a steakhouse. People order a porterhouse, they order a ribeye, they order a New York strip, they order a brisket. This wine's out of control. I'm not saying don't try it with salmon, because here's the biggest thing that a lot of people don't understand is when people come to the restaurant, they say, can you recommend a wine? And the first thing I say is, well, what wine do you like? Because I'm not going to recommend a wine that I think that goes with your food if you don't like Pinot Noir, if you don't like Merlot, if you don't like Italian wine. Why would I say, well, this Italian wine goes great with your meal, but you don't like Italian wine, you don't like Chianti? So all those wine rules that we've learned in the past really don't apply.
They don't.
It's what you like.
It's what you like and what you want to have.
Right. If you love this wine, you will drink this with salmon, with crab legs, with a salad, or by itself.
This wine is phenomenal.
Right. But if you're asking me what I think it should be paired up with, that's a different story. So if you say, what should I pair my ribeye steak with, I'm not going to say drink a Zin if you say I hate Zins. I'm not going to force this wine on you. I'm going to find out what you like. So it's sort of like going into like getting a mortgage, buying a car. Let's prerequisite the buyer. Let's see what they like. Let's not sell the buyer a convertible if he has a family and needs a van.
Right.
This isn't the van.
Exactly.
This is not the van.
Perfect way to put it. That's a good way to put it.
James Creek. Josue will edit. Josue knows how to edit. He's taking an eligible class on editing. James Creek, 2009, Napa Zinfandel. George, you gave it 10.5 out of 10.
Love that wine. Actually, yeah, I did.